Right, let's talk some sport now, Pat. This is the bit that I absolutely love to do. I love all of it, but sport's just fantastic. Now, All Blacks firstly. Did you get along to the game at Forsyth Park?
No, I didn't. Did you run the sideline?
No, they
Not
bring
this time.
down people from Auckland to do that. No,
The
I
big
actually, no, Paul Ellison ran touch with the radio. I took my sons along, and it was fantastic. Loved it.
Very, very cool. My thoughts are from the All Black, the whole series against Wales was, I wanted to know who you thought stood out. What did we find? Because I reckon we found at least one that I'll just say it. I think we found Beauden Barrett.
As a starting first five,
I think he was already well known, and he came through and won the World Cup for us with that final try.
Yeah, but he had a reputation as a guy that you bring in off the bench, didn't he? Well, and he's just maybe answered a question or two whether or not he can start a game in the 10 jersey.
Yeah, well, we've talked about this before. It's that he always seems to bring some kind of magic with him.
He does.
And could he do it for 80 minutes, which he obviously does for the Hurricanes?
Yeah, exactly. So why can't he? Do you know the most remarkable bit that was in front of us was when he actually took the ball and did a charging run like you would expect a tight forward to do, and took 2 or 3 Welsh guys and managed to bust through and crash over the line like a forward. He's the smallest guy in the field apart from Aaron Smith. It was fantastic.
He's unassuming. I always think it's interesting. He reminds me of Andrew Blowers, as does Elliot Dixon. They run very vertically. It's quite a vertical running style. I just wonder if that's got anything to do with the ability to crash through, because you're right, he's unassuming in his size. You wouldn't think he'd be knocking people over.
Yeah, no, you wouldn't at all. I'll tell you the other thing was Israel Dag had a wonderful game at fullback, which then you start to think, well, okay, so Ben Smith, maybe he does play on the right wing. But then you look at the way that All Black backline finished at the end of that game. Yeah. You had Sopoaga at first 5, Ben Smith at second 5, Naholo at centre, Barrett at fullback, Dag on one wing, and the only guy, and Kurbala was at halfback, the only guy who started at minute 1 that was still there at minute 80, couldn't catch a cold, Julian Savia.
Yeah, he's gone, isn't he?
No.
Yeah.
No.
He's gone.
No, he won't be gone. You'll see Julian Savia play again this year in an All Black jersey.
Yeah, maybe, but maybe when he gets into the Northern
He's
Hemisphere.
not gone. He's too good to go. Yes, do you have more to say?
Who is starting the next Test match at number 10?
I think Barrett will.
You reckon?
I think they're going to give Barrett a go.
So does that mean Cruden goes in?
No.
Because Sopoaga's on the bench?
No, well, they could have Cruden on the bench, I don't think. I mean, if you can start Barrett, you could have Cruden on the bench. I think they're all in the mix, all of them. Don't forget, injury's going to come into it. Cruden had an injury. These things are all going to be a factor. There's other things in the sporting world. Obviously, we're going to get to football shortly, but we're going to go to the Russian doping ban and all that sort of thing that's been going on. I mean, it's skullduggery, of course, from the Russians, but it's only because there was a whistleblower and they've been caught. I mean, you know what I mean?
So everyone's doing it?
Oh, I'd say more than most are doing it, absolutely. You'd have to say that, wouldn't you? The laws of probability.
The news at the moment, obviously, is that the New Zealand Olympic Committee are putting some of their teams on standby, because what happens, obviously, if Russia gets eliminated from the Olympics, then there's these spots and things like rowing and various things where their qualifiers drop out, and a couple of New Zealand rowing teams especially are just one step away, so they could be going. But I guess that one of the questions is, there's been countries pull out of Olympics before, and there's always a bit of an asterisk beside those gold medalists. Do you want to have an asterisk beside your name, i.e. Russia not there this year? Or do you want the full...
Oh, it's an Olympic gold. I don't think you worry too much about it. I mean, the guys that got, the Olympic golds in Moscow in 1980, I don't think they're going to worry too much about that sort of thing,
Do you think that they should... Because the other thing I think, and nobody knows how deep this is within Russia, but, if they haven't all cheated, and I'm sure not all of the Russian athletes have, how do you ban everyone for the sins of some?
Well, what will happen in that situation is they have actually said that they could actually compete if they can prove that they're not part of this, state-sponsored doping scheme. That they can actually compete as independent athletes, just not under the Russian banner.
So prove yourself clean.
Yeah, absolutely. Got to prove yourself clean, but the problem is it's come from the top. Look, here's what New Zealand Olympic Committee Public Affairs and Communications Director Ashley Abbott told One News regarding those Kiwi teams on standby.
At the moment, there's a huge focus around the world on drug testing coming into the build-up to the Games, and particularly with the issues that have been encountered with Russia. So any athlete or team that has just missed out on qualification, will be aware of that. while athletes, while we haven't received specific information of any impending ban of a particular team, we cannot absolutely rule out the fact that quota spots in our allocations may be affected. That just can't be ruled out.
So, yeah, good luck to look if, hey, we get more Kiwi crews and Kiwi athletes in the Olympic Games, then cool, that's more for me to cheer about.
And I guess if you're down in that kind of cusp, I mean, we all know that athletics and athletes' lifespans are short. This might be your one chance to get in and go for it.
Hey, great stories are made of this, like the great story that we saw earlier in the week with Iceland beating England in the round of 16 at Euro 2016. That is just off the charts. Take a look at this.
Ísland að fara á Stade France á sunnudaginn. Frakkland, Ísland. Þið getið farið heim. Þið getið farið úr Evrópu. Þið getið farið bara hvert sem þið viljið. England 1, Ísland 2 lokastaðan hér í Nice.
Yeah, so that audio there from The Guardian and BBC Radio as well. It's brilliant stuff, isn't it, though? Like, how good was it?
Yeah, I mean, and that commentator also was the commentator they brought out about 10 days ago when they scored their final goal win. And obviously it's translated on the screen for us. The bit I like, this is the commentator. Could you imagine TJ or something shouting this at the Springboks? You can go home, you can go out of Europe. It's like, just go.
Well, someone tweeted England 2 exits from Euro in 1 week, which I thought was really good. But this Euro competition has been really, really good. The Belgians were magnificent the other day. But the story of Iceland, though, is this what sporting fairy tale. You make movies about this sort of stuff. I don't know if you make a movie. You probably could if the story was good enough about getting into a round of 16 at Euro. If they can go, just imagine if they go a little bit deeper. They've got the French, they've got the host nation coming up over the weekend. That's going to be another hurdle. But hey, no one thought they were going to qualify. No one thought they were going to win any of their pool games. No one thought they were going to qualify for the knockout stages. And then no one thought that they were going to beat England. They did it all. So why not?
And so whilst that's lovely and fairy tale-ish, you're still picking Germany to win the whole thing?
Yeah, I think so. Italy looking very good as well. Italy are looking good. Germany are looking good. And as I say, the ones that have looked amazing have been Belgium. Do not count out the Belgians.